In less than 100 years, China has moved from a poor and unproductive economy to a major economic powerhouse able to challenge the dominance of well-established Western countries. As a matter of example, comparing the Chinese nominal GDP between 1991, 2001, 2011, and 2021, we see that the country has been recording big economic growth in the last decades. The well-being of Chinese citizens has also improved, since the GDP per capita of the country has increased 37-fold in the same period, and the authorities claimed to have eradicated extreme poverty in the country in 2021. A very important characteristic of Chinese growth in the past years, however, has been the reliance on international trade and foreign investments. The country has greatly benefited from being the manufacturing center of the world since the deepening of globalization and the move of supply chains from Western countries to Asian ones. Still, with the aim of reducing the reliance on international markets and thus improving indigenous innovation, since 2020, China has been shifting the focus to its large consumer market as the main driver of its development. In this video, we'll see what China's strategy is and how the country plans to achieve its goals by 2025. In the 14th Economic and Social Development Plan, which lasts from 2021 to 2025, China sets as one of its goals the dual circulation strategy. Dual circulation, as it is understood, represents the two pillars of the Chinese future economic growth. First, the domestic circulation, considering the internal consumer market, and second, the foreign circulation, considering international trade and investment relations with other countries. Although the Chinese economy would remain open to international trade and investments, the strategy to incorporate, for the first time, the domestic market as one of the main drivers of economic growth shows how the country's leaders seek to reduce the heavy reliance on foreign markets. And with the current geopolitical confrontation between China and the United States, represented in episodes such as trade wars or market access blockades, total reliance on foreign markets might be a vulnerability to economic autonomy. Adding to the strategy of dual circulation, the goal of a more self-reliant Chinese economy would only become feasible if the country is able to fill all the production and innovation needs inside its borders. In this sense, in 2015, China has come up with a plan known as Made in China 2025, which seeks to further improve the economic autonomy of the country in a range of key frontier technology areas. To achieve these goals by the year of 2025, according to the roadmap of the plan, the government aims to mobilize funding through state-led investments, such as subsidies and state-owned enterprises, therefore making the plan Made in China 2025 one of the most important development strategies among the richest countries in the world. Also, with the fourth industrial revolution becoming more present in our daily lives, the countries which are able to develop the key frontier technologies of the 21st century will have many advantages in terms of production effectiveness and competitiveness. By knowing this, the Chinese government, within the framework of the Made in China 2025 plan, has allocated resources to make the country a leader in the following 10 areas: new information technology, advanced machine tools and robots, aerospace equipment, maritime engineering, advanced rail transportation equipment, new energy vehicles, electrical equipment, agricultural equipment, new materials, and Finally, advanced medical equipment. And in a different perspective, considering how important some of the technologies mentioned are, China is seeking not only to catch up with its Western peers, but also to surpass them in the development of such innovation areas. In conclusion, the plan Made in China 2025 must also be understood alongside other strategy plans, such as the Belt and Road Initiative, as part of a wider effort of the Chinese government to turn the country into a global powerhouse. As a matter of example, one of the goals of the Belt and Road Initiative is to rearrange supply chains, industrial networks, and trade routes in a way that China is able to further access markets in Asia, Europe, and Africa. Considering the position that China seeks as a high-end technology leader, the two strategies, both the plan Made in China 2025 and the Belt and Road Initiative, would complement each other in terms of serving as endeavors to turn China into a country which is able to have innovation as a driver to economic growth, and also one that is able to enhance economic autonomy and resilience against future disruptions of the global economy. And what do you think of the Chinese strategy for 2025? Let your opinion in the comments below and I'll be glad to read your feedback. If you have enjoyed the video, please consider clicking the like and subscribe buttons. Big thanks.